Hey guys, it's Lori, and today is a no makeup kind of day. So I just looked at myself and thought maybe I should have done this video in the house where the lighting's not quite as good. It's not fantastic here either, so not a problem. It's okay. I really don't care that much. Today's VLCD 21. So technically I could end my hCG round today and make today my last injection, and then I would need to go the next 72 hours staying on VLCDs to let the hCG come out of my system before I go into the next phase, which is keto. It's just basically keto. No sugar, no starch is going to be the next phase. So when will it be? I don't remember the exact date, but I am going to go to the 30-day mark, and then whatever the 30-day mark is, today's day 21, the 30-day mark will be, hold on, let me think. The 16th of this month will be my 30-day mark. So yeah, that's when I'm going to be doing my last injection and going into my 72-hour transition into phase 3, which is going to be like keto. Today I have for you a demo on how I make the chocolate that I keep in the freezer. Now I've seen, and I haven't watched it yet, John, I'm sorry I haven't watched it yet, but it is in my list, and it might even be the next video on my list. So when I get home, it's probably the next video I'm going to watch. He also has a video. I saw it. I saw the thumbnail and the title, and he also has a video making some chocolate, or at least telling about it. I'm not sure which, because like I said, I haven't seen it yet. It's next up. But I will actually put a link to his channel below. IF Your Keto. He also has one, and it takes baker's chocolate. Now, does it say that in the title somewhere or something? Because I haven't watched it yet, but I know that somehow. Maybe you put it on Instagram. I think that's what it is. I saw it on Instagram. Yes. Okay. But his is a little bit different because it takes the baker's chocolate. Mine takes coconut oil and cocoa powder. So I don't know if his has any coconut oil in it or not, but I'm going to go find out when I get home. I know the coconut oil has a lot of health benefits, so there's that part for mine, but I'm wondering about his. Does it have to be kept in the freezer? Because I'm probably going to try yours. I am almost home. I was just taking my son to work, but I am going to show you my weigh-in from today. That is up 0.8. Now, I didn't weigh yesterday. See, now I wish that I would have, because then I would know what went on yesterday, because I'm up 0.8 from 2 days ago. And that's the biggest jump I've had up. I've had, let's see, I had a couple of 0.2 gains. Then did I have a 0.4 gain? I might have. I'd have to look back and see. But 0.8. So I am not upset about it whatsoever. I'm perfectly okay with it, because that puts my average at 0.6 a day. Like I said, this could be my last injection, and I told you guys all along, by the end of the round, I will be at 0.5 a day, half pound a day. I'm at 0.6, and I could technically end it today. So yeah, let's see what the next week brings, or the next 9 days. See how much more I can do in the next 9 days. I'm kind of excited. I'm going to go ahead and show you my food from yesterday. VLCD 20 lunch. Cooking up some steakums. 20, and here's dinner. I made some sauerkraut and cut up a couple of hot dogs in it. These are the beef franks, just the Oscar Mayer ones, but this actually looks really good. And here's the hot dogs, diet dogs. And to be honest with you, sitting right here right now, I don't even remember what it was, so I guess you'll just have seen it. But I usually would talk about it a little, but I don't even remember what I had yesterday. Let's get on with it and show you guys how I make the chocolate. Okay, this is how we make chocolate delight. This is keto friendly, it's hCG friendly. It's actually somewhat healthy for you, depending on what kind of sweetener you use, I guess. Depending on what you like. I'm using this right here, this coconut oil from Costco. It does have a coconut smell and a coconut flavor. You can use a different kind of coconut oil that doesn't have the flavor to it. I know the Luana, or however you say that, from Walmart doesn't have the flavor. So you can always try that kind and see. The cocoa I'm using is this Hershey's, and I used the last of it, so I'm also using a little bit of this from Aldi. It's about half and half for the cocoa. Throw that one away. And what I need is 1 cup. This makes a pretty decent sized batch. I need 1 cup of coconut oil, and I need to melt that. I'm not sure how much is in there. I just kind of blobbed some in. I'm going to melt it, and we will find out if I have enough or not. Okay, it's not quite all the way melted, but it's melted enough for me to see that I don't have a full cup in there. So I'm just going to put a little more in. And since it's a little bit melted, I'll be able to see if I put enough in to make it a cup. All right, that's a cup. Let me finish it melting. All right, here is 1 cup of coconut oil melted. We've got a cup of the cocoa. I don't usually fill it completely to the top. 3/4 of a cup is sometimes okay, and you can also use the dark chocolate cocoa. That works too. So let me see if I can do this without making a giant mess. I almost always make a mess when I make this. This is 2 tablespoons of, this is sucralose. You can use whatever you want. And it's powdered. If you don't powder it, it's a little gritty. It makes your candy a little bit gritty, which I usually don't powder it, to be honest, but I did this time just because, for the video. About a teaspoon of vanilla. Honestly, I usually don't even measure it, so. Brendan's making some chocolate milk if you hear that stirring. Oh, I almost forgot. Just a little dash of regular table salt, just to kind of bring out the chocolate taste a little bit better. Whisk it all up. And I'm in your way. I'm not very good at whisking with my left hand, so. Okay, now it's all liquidy and runny. It's super runny. So I'm gonna put it, a lot of times I just pour this out on a paper plate, and it usually takes a couple of paper plates, but this time, just for video purposes, I'm gonna put it in molds. And I'm also gonna do something a little bit different. You can do it just like this, and then you just have some nice chocolate to eat. But this time I'm gonna be putting in some nuts. I went to Aldi for macadamia nuts to put in this, but they didn't have any, so what I got was this, the raw cashews, walnuts, and macadamia nuts. So this is gonna go into my chocolate. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in these molds. And I also have another, these are like, what are they called? Like those faces like on a totem pole or something. I don't know what you call it. And I also have these little lime slices. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is put some nuts in each one. Ooh, that's a big walnut. I'm actually gonna break it so it's not quite so big. There's not a whole bunch of macadamia nuts in this. And these nuts, I don't think they're salted or anything, so, and that's fine with me. You guys use what you want. Now let's see if I can do this without making a mess. We'll see. Okay, I didn't make too bad of a mess. I dribbled a little bit, not a big deal. I'm gonna stick this in the freezer and show you what happens when it comes out. I just thought I'd show you my fail real quick. Here's my fail. Yeah, I'm still gonna put it in the freezer. So I'm gonna try these little silicone cupcake molds and just make some like chocolate covered walnuts, I guess. See what happens with that instead of trying to use those lime slices. Since, as you can see, that didn't work out very well. I don't want these to be super thick. All right, guys, let's see what this chocolate looks like now. It's been in the freezer. I would say if you leave it in the freezer for about an hour, it would be fine. This has been in the freezer for several hours, but this is the one that's in these molds, and here's what it looks like with the nuts in it. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop one out. Let's see, I have a paper towel laying here in front of me. I'm gonna pop one out on the paper towel. And you can't leave these out for very long because they do melt really fast. So might as well pop all of them out. I won't do that right now. Take up more of your time. But they don't look the greatest because they've got nuts in them. But here's the little candies. And I am not going to taste one of these right now because I shouldn't have all of these nuts. The cashews and the macadamia nuts are a little bit too much for me right now because I'm doing an hCG round. But these are going to be delicious when I go into my next phase and I can have a little bit more fat. So what else did I do with the extra chocolate that I had left over? I put some in these silicone muffin things with just walnuts in it. Now I can have a few walnuts right now, so I'm just gonna pop this out of here, and look, it looks like a Reese cup, but it doesn't have peanut butter in it. It just has the nuts in it. It looks kind of funny on top, but I don't know, it's just what it looks like. And I'm gonna take a bite of this. I don't really want this right now, so I'm probably just gonna take like one bite of it. Really good. It's really good. You can taste a hint of the coconut. So just get a different kind of coconut oil that you can't taste it. I know that Luana, I'm not sure how you say that comes from Walmart. I've purchased that before and you can't really taste anything. So yeah, that's how you do the chocolate delight. The hCG friendly, keto friendly, low carb friendly chocolate. And like I said, you don't want to leave it out for a real long time because it will melt really fast. It'll get all over your fingers and it'll make a heck of a mess. So anyways, yeah, you could probably just store it in the refrigerator and it would be fine, but I always store it in the freezer. So yep, that is it, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like chocolate. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.